Hey guys, so anybody who's watching, they would mostly be from the G-Man show because, he shouted me out and featured me on a video, which was really cool of him because, he could have done a video on anything. There's so much going on in Australia right now. And I mean, the vid made good content, but most of the reason he done it, I think, was just to make somebody's day. Like I don't really have any subscribers. And he was like, you know what, I'm just going to make this guy's day. Like, how cool is that? Because nowadays, people don't do anything for you for nothing. Like, I study at school, and even the school, they don't want to help me. Like, I'm doing a placement, and it's like impossible to just get them to do their job, or my boss, like, even my boss doesn't want to take 5 minutes to help me do something. Like, especially people sitting around in offices, that kind of thing. Like, if it's nothing in it for them, they won't help you. So for somebody who has a successful channel to just shout me out like that to help me, just to make my day, is like the coolest thing ever. I really appreciate it. And, I've been watching his channel for a long time because he's very charismatic and funny, but I watch it just because he's very insightful. He'll talk about things and I'll just be nodding my head, like, because he's very insightful. So thank you for that. So guys, my channel is about red pill and dating and politics in Australia. But I wanted to make this video, it's a little bit different. I already intended to make it from before. It was about turning 40. It was about life after 40. So I turned 40, and I just wanted to let like younger subscribers know, or anyone who's like my age or older, they can kind of tell you in the comments if I'm telling the truth or not. You know what I mean? So I turned 40, and I got this birthday card, and it was like, life begins at 40, but it's taking the piss. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking taking the piss. It's really just saying you're old as fuck. You know what I mean? But honestly, is that how it is? Like, is there some truth to it? Is there actually some truth to turning 40 being a really good thing, or, getting older as a man? So I wanted to just go through that. There was a famous psychologist and philosopher called Carl Jung. Probably everyone would be familiar with him. He's one of the founding fathers of psychology, and he was also a philosopher, and he'd be like a genius level type person, and he used to actually talk very positively about turning 40 as getting older. So if you want to look at that, I haven't got the notes because I wrote notes about it, but I haven't got those off the bat. But because first off, guys, housing in Australia is like incredibly expensive, and I just look at it like, if I was a younger man right now, if I was in my 20s, like, housing is extremely expensive and renting is extremely expensive. So as a young man, and dating is really, really hard as well. So if you're a young man, you're looking at paying really high rent, never owning a home, and then you look at the renting, the dating market, and it's really, it's really cooked. And as a young man, you must think sometimes like, this sucks. Like, life sucks. Like, life's really hard. Like, what the fuck do I have to look forward to? So guys, here's some of the things that why I feel like my life is so much better. But it didn't just happen when I turned 40. It's like a gradual process, right? By the time you're like 35, I think your life is starting to get better. So guys, hobbies I picked up, like when I was a young bloke, I used to play a lot of cricket. Any Americans and that wouldn't be kind of familiar with that game. Any Aussies watching would be. Cricket, I played a lot of cricket. It's not really a great hobby because, I was working in hospitality, which you have to work on weekends, so I wasn't able to do that hobby. And I had skateboarding, and that's not a great hobby. You get injured and stuff like that. So when I kind of gave up those hobbies for a long time, I didn't really have a hobby. I used to play quite a bit of video games, which I don't think are a great hobby, especially anything multiplayer that you kind of get a bit addicted to. I still play video games, but I play like single player games where if I want, I can just get up and leave and not play. So, but I thought, am I ever going to get another hobby? And because I didn't do those anymore. And then, later on, I picked up motorcycle riding. I bought my first motorcycle a few years ago. I'd always wanted a motorcycle since I was like 16. Picked up playing billiards, and in just a year and a half, I've gotten really good at billiards. So, like, I picked up new hobbies, things that I never thought I'd even do, that really bring me a lot of joy, guys. And this is the thing, this can happen. Resources, you just, as you get older, you're going to get more money, more possessions, more things. And obviously, they shouldn't really be important to us, but, they are, especially in the dating game. Another thing that's good about, getting older, women will date older guys. So you don't have to worry about getting older, as long as you look after yourself and you got those extra resources. So I'm more focused on what I want to do, guys. I understand what I want to do. I got a plan for what I want to do. These are all things that when I was a younger bloke, I just didn't know, right? So, and I found a career that pays good money, and for a long time, all the way up to my mid-30s, I didn't have that. I was a hospitality supervisor, which didn't pay well. Used to do some bouncing on the weekends and stuff like that, but it's never too late, guys. You can find a good job. I only just finished a diploma a couple of years ago, so I started studying when I'm like 37, 38. So it's never too late, guys, especially to study. If you find yourself in a dead-end job and year after year, and I encourage you to go back to school, even if you can just do it online, you know what I mean? And just get out of that dead end kind of jobs, because I was stuck in that for a long time. So it's never too late, guys. So to wrap it up, guys, I'm happier than ever being 40 years old. And when I was a young bloke, I wouldn't have thought that, I just wanted to be happy at the time, but I'm happier than ever. I got more things going for me than ever. I feel like I know what I want to do. I'm a better communicator. I'm more confident. Things have only ever gotten better, guys. And if you're a young bloke, especially in Australia, just keep your head up, you know what I mean? And, keep on the grind. Keep on the grind, guys. And if you find yourself in a dead-end job, I encourage you guys to do something like online, some study online, as long as it's going to lead to a job. And that's it, guys. And anybody who's a bit older or my age can, but if you guys can leave something in the comment section, tell me, is your life better? I think it is. I think as blokes, we just get better with age. So thanks, guys, for listening, and I'll catch you all later.